Okay. But yeah, I'm trying to think what's been in the news this week. Jesus Christ.
Honestly, I'm not watching the news. I don't.
You know,
Keeping up with current events is very hard for me.
not that news, the black news.
No, I'm about to say the black. I'm like, I don't keep up with nothing current.
Oh,
Honestly, I don't really think I keep up with black news either, girl.
Oh yeah.
I suck. Like, usually by the time I get time to even like
See what's going
surf the internet and see what's going on, girl, I fall asleep with my phone in my hand. Like,
not you be tired.
she was just like to me about that day, and I was like, girl, you don't do that. So fall asleep on the couch with your phone in your hand every damn night. Cause I was like, yeah, or you should drink my wine. She said, you were drinking your wine. I said, I was.
Girl, not you be that tired.
Yeah, work drains me. And then homework with the kids. So whenever it's like she's doing something else and she can't help me with the home stuff, oh my god. So like yesterday, her and my son were out shopping. So me and my daughter at home, dinner, homework,
Right.
helping her make her bed, put her laundry away. Like by the time I got to sit down and do some online stuff, I fell asleep.
Did you or I'm sorry, is your son older than your daughter?
No, my daughter older.
Oh, okay.
My daughter about to be 7, my son 4.
Got you. The kids sound real independent.
Oh, they are super independent. Honestly, I ain't even gonna say it's just her. They do their own laundry. They put their laundry away. They take their own baths, showers. They clean their own rooms and bathrooms.
Period.
I will play that. I don't need dependent children. Like I like them to be able to. If something happened to me, God forbid, I know that my kids will straight.
You know, that's good because a lot of parents cannot say that about their kids, and that's so crazy to me because I thought the purpose of having children were to make them, first of all, better than you were, and second of all, independent. Like, they need to be able to know that mommy's ain't gonna be here forever.
Yeah.
But, I mean, not that they should treat it as such, but, you know, that's still the reality. My mom was that kind of mom. She used to tell us, like, you ain't gonna be able to call me forever, so you gotta figure it out.
Yeah, and I think that they got a good sense of that, honestly. Like, they know how to call on each other, but they're super independent. Like, it's just funny. I don't have to buckle my son in his car seat. He do it himself. I just check to make sure it's secure before we pull out.
Right.
I don't know, they wash their own dishes. She was laughing at me because, like, I had posted this on my Instagram, and it was like, not she got the little baby doing chores.
I'm crying. Oh,
Like, he just knows, and he's so little. Like, this is after he get done, he know I need to mop the floor. I need to, like, he knows.
That's what I'm talking
How
about.
to literally I'm so thankful.
That
dishes.
is what I'm talking about.
He got a step stool at every level of the house. Go get your step stool.
Oh.
I don't have to even tell this. I'm not even telling him to do this. He just knows.
How did you like teach them to be so independent? Like, what were the specific steps for you that like were pretty important to keeping them independent?
A routine. Kids start off our routine. Like we may deviate from our routine. I want to say like if once a week, but that's not even common. Like routine is so important because if you do, that's like with anything, even with adults. If you do something repetitive, it becomes a habit. So if I constantly tell them, okay, well when you get done eating, you need to clean up your area, you need to sweep, you need to put your wash your dish out and then put it in the dishwasher. Now it becomes to a point where they're like, okay, I need to get up and do this. My mama don't even have to tell me to do this.
Right. Every time you do it, you just know to do it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I mean, it's important to remember, they still kids at the end of the day. So you're going to have to reinforce things sometimes. But those reinforcements shouldn't be like the everyday thing or else they're not retaining the routine.
Right.
It should be like a once in a while, like, oh, kids just being kids. So we have our days, but honestly, we have way more good days than we do bad days.
Good.
And that's gonna, like, even my daughter's autistic. I think that's what it is. So for her to like be able to do all of that without constantly having to be told or constantly needing help, it speaks to like how hard she worked and how hard, how much effort we put in.
Right.
To get her there.
But I have a client. She owns a autistic like clinic or whatever to help children who are autistic learn. And you know what she told me? She said a lot of these kids really don't even be autistic. They just don't have a routine. They don't have anybody interacting with with them, like, you know, sharpening up their social skills, their developmental skills, or any of that. So it's coming off like they don't know what's, you know, what's happening. And the truth is, they are very fully capable and aware.
I actually believe that, because if you think about it now, like, honestly, I feel like when I was younger, I don't remember hearing about autism a lot. I don't even remember hearing about autism when I was like a teen or even a young adult. It wasn't until my, like, even after my daughter was diagnosed with autism, like, that's when I started hearing more and more and more about it. Like, okay, it is a lot of people out here. And I guess because I wasn't, like, really looking for it or paying attention, but it just feel like now it's so easy to get an autism diagnosis.
Yes.
Like,
do you feel like it came from like a certain vaccination or something though?
No,
because I see a lot of moms like, oh, you know, it was given. Call your ear for me. Like, they got a vaccination they weren't supposed to get, and then their baby started, you know, developing all these symptoms or these different behaviors than what they had when they were before. You know, who they were before.
I don't. I've heard that, and I honestly. I'm being real honest with you. When I see people arguing that on social media, it really grinds my gears. Like, I be wanting to go in on everybody. Like, I be wanting to tussle. Because I just feel like, you just don't know. I know people whose kids have never been vaccinated that have autism. And if we're speaking about the numbers, technically, boys are more likely to turn out autistic than girls are. And for me, I had 3 kids, right? And so all super different. My son turned out to be asthmatic, but that's more, I want to say, hereditary, because his dad's also asthmatic and like have a lot of allergies. They got the same vaccinations, and they turn out polar opposite. Like, my daughter just ended up having autism. Like, and I noticed it from a very early age. But they don't like to give diagnosis to kids, like, before, you know, they actually had time to develop certain features. So I just certain capabilities. So I feel like a lot of people rush to get that diagnosis without allowing their child to, like, actually fully develop, and that's why. And then when they get older, it's like, oh, they grew out of it. But it's not like you don't grow out of autism. Like, yeah, you become more capable, but, like, did they ever really have it? So I just think it's more so a thing where people don't really actually, like, the kids don't actually really have it, but they just labeling them because it's, like, easier than saying, oh, my child is just a little delayed in this area or need a little extra help in this area. And parents don't want to do the work.
Oh, you had a good one right there. That's what I'm talking about. Parents don't want to do the extra work. You know, I have been blessed to have the clients that I have, because they have really, a lot of y'all careers have really been insightful. The same lady I'm telling you about, the one that have the clinic, she, that was the whole thing. She was like, you know, parents don't teach their kids, like, how to live life. They just tell them what to do and expect them to know how to do it. It's like you have to walk kids through life with you for them to understand, like, this is what we are doing and this is why we are doing it.
Yeah, that's just like your kid don't talk. Okay.
Hold on one second. Let me. All right. Hopefully they'll let me know when she responds perfectly. Okay. But yeah.
I think I like this, girl. When you go to your first day on a new job, they don't just say, okay, so when we walk in, we clock in, then we go over here, then we do this, and we do this, and we do this, and then give you all your stuff, and then you on your own. Like, they don't just put you on the cash register after just telling you this is what we do. Like, you watch somebody. Sometimes you gotta take some computer training.
Right.
You go to an orientation. You go through all these different steps. So why is it any different with your kid?
Right.
If you're at home and you don't talk to your kid, or you baby talk to your kid all the time, they're not gonna know how to speak.
Absolutely.
Like, and that's just the basics. I feel like when my kids were little, I narrated everything. Oh, we walk into the bathroom. We go into the kitchen. We making breakfast. Oh, we eating waffles. Oh, we doing this. Like, and it might seem tiresome, but honestly, how do you expect your kid to learn how to communicate if you're not communicating with them? True. And you don't talk to your kid because you're just too busy on your phone all day or doing X, Y, and Z. And how do you expect your kid to learn how to talk? True. They don't hear you talk, so what?
That's crazy. I never even thought about it like that. Oh my God.
You pick your kid up and carry them all day. How they gonna learn how to walk?
True.
Like, people expect their kids to be just these, like, robotic creatures. Like, oh, this is what you're supposed to do. But how?
Right.
If you don't tell them, if you don't teach them. I don't expect my kids to know anything that I ain't taught them.
Exactly.
Even
And I think that's fair.
School, even though they go to daycare, like, I didn't teach them that, so I can't hold them responsible for it.
Who is this? Cause she be in and out of like being sick and stuff. I need to make sure she okay. Cause it's not like her to miss no appointment. And I just realized she texted me yesterday and I didn't even see it. But she was asking for more services, so I would imagine that would prompt you to not show up, right?
Yeah.
I need to call her niece. Right, I need to call her niece and check on her. But yeah, anyway, so kids not having like that function from their parents, and then we put them into the world expecting them to know what's going on. It's kind of sad.
It's real sad. Honestly, you do your kids a disservice. It's just like if you sit home and you don't clean your house dirty.
Yeah.
Your kids gonna grow up and maybe be trifling individuals.
Right.
Because you sit at home, you don't clean, you don't cook, you don't do anything. So where are they gonna learn to do that stuff? You know what I mean? We ain't passing down recipes like our grandmas was. Like, I know I don't have no recipes to pass down to my kids. Like, it's certain things, like, we gotta take accountability. I feel like as parents, accountability is big. Period. Like, I don't care what my kids learn at school. At the end of the day, if I ain't taught it to them, it don't count. Like, it counts because they know, but until I can go over it with them.
Right, teach them how to look at it the right way.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But honestly, it just comes to a point now where it's like, well, when are parents gonna realize that you have to be functionally like active with your kids? And I'm not saying there's a parenting guide to or a guide to parenting, but if that's one of the biggest things that we are seeing in a lot of the children these days, like they having behavioral issues or anything like that, when is it gonna be the turning point where somebody be like, okay, these are the things that y'all can be doing to combat this so we can actually get these numbers down, even if that means like putting them in a school system and not just, at home focus.
Yeah. It's so many programs out here. Like, my daughter went to preschool at three. Not like daycare, actual school through like a LEAP program, which is like exceptional children basically. So because she had the autism diagnosis, she went to school to like, think about it like special needs, but like special needs preschool. So before they even get to pre-K age. So she was 3. And when she went to this school, when she got in this class, basically they told me, okay, we're gonna dismiss her out of this program and you can just put her in the regular school because she's very bright. She might not talk, but she's very bright. She can master the work. And that's when I knew, like, okay, I gotta hold her accountable for speaking. So even though I was talking to her, narrating to her, it was because she already knew that she had trouble with speaking. She didn't put her best effort for it.
I understand. So
then when she did start speaking, and I was saying to her pre-K teacher when she got 4, I was like, hey, like, Cameron, she in speech, she doesn't speak. And her teacher said, what do you mean? Like, she don't have no trouble speaking in here. And I said, you know what, I gotta stop saying that. Because she don't have issues, obviously. It's just that she's so comfortable at home with not having to because we're used to her not doing it. Right. And it became a thing. Right. And so, even now, so my kid, like, mind you, my 6-year-old, almost 7-year-old autistic kid is in the class with all neurotypical kids with no other disabilities. Right. And her teacher says, I could be teaching her something. I could be teaching the class something. While everybody else still trying to grasp it, she got it after the first 5 minutes. Exactly. And she ready to just do her assignment. So then what happened? My kid get bored. And then she start acting out. Right. Because now she feel like, okay, well, everybody need to catch up. Right. And then where's the provision? Like, I'm literally in the fight with the school system right now that she just came from. Because they sent over her IEP information. Never mentioned her having autism. Oh, wow. So she go to a new school. This new school don't even know she had autism. And so I tell them. They're like, did you let the school know? Yeah, I let the school know. Like, how can you not? They got everything. They got all the paperwork. So it's like a whole big thing now. That's because they're trying to place her in the normal category, or like... It's because they didn't want to provide like special provisions for her. So they were asking what accommodations, and basically on her IEP from the other school, they were saying, oh, we didn't provide accommodations.
Got you.
And she was like, she don't see no accommodations being provided. Because I was receiving phone calls home like every day about her behavior, but they had no accommodations for her. And it's not like her grades were bad. She was getting like all A's and 1B consistently, honor roll, every single report card.
Gotcha.
But it was just the behavior because she was bored. So now she at a school where they're providing accommodations for her, and she's being challenged. And I've only gotten one phone call since she's been at that school.
Okay.
And it was because she was crying because she was upset on her second day of school. So I'm just like, honestly, we just gotta stop doing our kids a disservice.
Absolutely.
Put the work in, and the same way we care about our looks and our getting ourselves together, we gotta, be there for our kids in that same manner.
Right. I agree. I hope that produces a change though, because I'm just so tired of the excuses but not really a solution. And like when they start out with these issues young and they're not solved or handled, that becomes like their behavior as adults.
Yep.
And now you got these crazy adults out here moving through life undiagnosed, untreated, like all of that, and it's just too much. It's just way too much. Literally.
Definitely. And you see when like people don't know how to conduct themselves in public, that made me feel like if you an adult and don't know how to conduct yourself in public, I just know you was wilding out with your parents when you were younger, because how you just turn around like that?
Yeah.
It's no way.
This is something you are used to.
And the sad part is, it's so normal for people to be like, oh, kids gonna be kids, or my kid did this, and they turned out just fine. That so many people go through and just ignore, like, real signs, because it's like, oh, my kid turned out fine. Like, okay, your kid did, but this a whole different kid. We don't know what's going on in their brain. Is people scared to get their kids labeled, so they don't want to go to the doctor. They don't want to get their kids tested.
Right.
It's like, we let our fear outweigh what we could be doing to help our kids.
Absolutely.
Like,
preventing the problem, trying to figure out how to help others in that same situation. How you got something?
and then send our kids off to school to be somebody else's problem and somebody else's headache every day.
Yeah, I like your parenting skills.
Girl, I try, like, and that come with evolution. Like, I feel like I was a social media mom, like, on my phone all the time. My kid watching TV and iPads. And I'm not knocking people who do that, because my kids still get screen time. Like, I'll never be one of those moms who, sometimes I need a break, okay? And when I need a break, if it's something that's going to keep them occupied, hey, go to the playroom. Hey, go ahead and get your iPad, your tablet. But I make sure business is handled first. Like, that's not my first thing that I call on. I let my kids go outside.
Okay, and that's a good one right there. That outside treatment will really do it. I don't know what it is about the sun and the little vitamin D and your brain cells like clicking all together. It's an essential piece of a childhood. Like it has to happen.
I don't feel like I was a lazy kid. And if you think about it now, like, okay, as adults, like, I have vitamin D deficiency. I be tired, I be lazy, my bones be aching.
Yeah, me too.
So think about it. You got a lazy kid that just sit in the house, don't go outside, don't get no sun, no nothing. Just sit in the house, couch potato, watch TV, playing video games.
Or you can shut down before they can even get started.
Exactly. They don't want to clean up, they don't want to do nothing. But you enabling it. Yeah. Like, my kids be outside, cold, hot, I don't care.
Right.
Outside.
Absolutely.
You gonna eat some dirt.
And I feel like one of the biggest, like eating dirt, playing in the worms, being in before the street light come on, like, we need to bring back those, because even though it was like jokes at the time, it's like those were the pieces of our childhoods that were keeping us healthy, like making sure that we wasn't out here eating our parents making sure we wasn't out here eating McDonald's 5 nights a week. Like, you get a home-cooked meal, you get attention, you get help with your homework. If there's something going on, you know how to talk to your parents about it. You feel like your parents have your back enough to where, the situation can be solved. They teaching you life skills. They teaching you how to communicate. Girl, I don't know what is going on with the parenting world now, because these kids is bad. Like, case in point, them shooting up Six Flags the other day.
Girl.
Why are y'all shooting up Six Flags?
I can't say way too much, but listen, this the mom of the guy who basically on the rap fair, all of that. came into my job the other day.
Wait, the mama that gotta do it?
It's a young boy who basically kind of going down for all of this because he
Oh,
was
okay.
caught on camera.
Oh, okay.
And somebody told on him.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a whole situation. But they really think that he probably gonna get off.
Ain't no way you think that.
The way she was making it sound like
that's damn near causing a riot.
The way that she was making it seem like all these loopholes.
And so what's the reason he was caught on camera doing what he was doing? Because tell me the tea. Like,
okay.
why was he out there doing that in the first place?
I was like around kids. Like
exactly. And that was the first weekend in that place. Really, how old is he? Like 14?
I think he's a teenager.
That's crazy.
But she a young mom. So, you know, it honestly just become like a whole like circle of life type of thing.
Yeah.
Like, you know, bad
Somebody's
choices
important to you.
Bad choices and just a whole long line of bad choices.
And your kids seeing you make them same bad decisions and like, man, my mama don't care.
Yeah, that really sucks, to be honest. I really hope that if it's anything that I'm doing wrong, like on my parenting journey, that I come across somebody that's willing to correct me.
Absolutely.
And lead me in the right direction and not just be over there talking about me, about what I can do differently.
So let me ask you a question. Because, you know, a lot of people feel like you can't talk to them about how they parent and how to raise their kids. So are you one of those people, like, if an older woman stopped you in the store and was like, hey, you know, your son was doing this, that, and the third. How are you taking that?
It's to an extent. And it's how you approach the situation. Like, if my kid is crying in the store, like, don't stop me. Like, you need to control him because they're kids. They have emotions. But if somebody is giving me real, like, sound advice, and it's coming from a good place and not from a judgmental place, because at the end of the day, we all on a journey. Like, you don't raise your kids. I'm still getting started. If my son's 4,
right.
It's still new.
Right.
So I'm always willing to take advice as long as it's coming from a good place.
Okay.
And I feel like I'm really good about reading energies, and I'm not saying I'm the best judge of character all the time, but it's you don't have to be rude when people giving you advice. Is the bottom line, because at the end of the day, you're not gonna see that person again. So it's either you choose to take it or you don't.
Right.
So I'm always open to hearing what people gotta say. I'm big on self-reflection. And they helped me a lot with being a mom too, because honestly, it might be some days where I look back and I'm like, all right, I shouldn't have handled that situation like that. Right. And you know what? I apologize to my kids. Like,
can you explain to me how that goes? Because, you know, as a black child, our black parents weren't really doing too much of that. Like, apologize for what? No, it's come eat.
No, I apologize to my kids, and I know people might think, and I'm not one of those. I don't do gentle parenting. So let me make that clear, because I feel like people hear that and they're like, oh, this one of them gentle parents. I'm not a gentle parent. I believe in whoopings, but I also believe in what was right. So if I want to teach my kids to right from wrong, how to, you know, take accountability for things that they do wrong, that I gotta also take accountability when I do stuff wrong. So,
absolutely.
Honestly, I battle with a lot of anxiety myself. So sometimes when I feel like overwhelmed, I might yell in a moment, and it wasn't a situation that really caused the yelling, or maybe it wasn't even like anything that they did, but it's just like everybody piling everything on at once. And then I will apologize to my kids and hug them and let them know why I'm apologizing. Or if they get in trouble and I feel like my reaction was, you know, not the most appropriate reaction, I apologize to them, but I still let them know, hey, do we understand why mommy was upset? Do we understand why we got here? Blah blah. And they actually respond. Like, I know I keep putting emphasis on my 4-year-old because like he young. Like, if I put him in timeout, I don't just go, okay, you going to timeout. I ask him, do he know why he going to timeout? And then when he come out, I ask him, do he feel like he ready to be better? And go over again what he did wrong. But yeah, I apologize to my kids, girl.
So what triggered that though? Like, because is it something that you were able to experience as a child, like your parents apologizing to you, so it was model behavior, or what did it take for you to be able to be self-reflective enough to be like, dang, I'm still their mom, but this kind of made me feel like I could have handled this better? Or how do I plan to show them that I'm going to handle it better next time if I'm apologizing?
Absolutely not. My mama never apologized to me. My grandma never apologized to me. Even now, I feel like my family will make jokes about the way I parent. Not because it's wrong, but just because they feel like I'm doing like the quote unquote white man thing to do or whatever. You know, like I think it mostly just came from basically me just wanting to do better. Like, I know as a kid, I was timid when it came to telling my mom certain things. I kept a lot of secrets. And I can't fully say it's because I thought that she was going to lash out on me, but the bottom line, this was a lack of trust.
Right.
And I want my kids to trust me.
Okay.
And feel safe with me. Okay. And I don't feel like I ever really had a safe space. My mom was a great mom. Right. But there was definitely clear boundaries. Right. Like, I knew, okay, this is where I draw the line. You can't say this. Like, right. And I don't want it to be anything that my kids feel like they can't come tell me or can't say to me. Right. And so it's mostly just me searching within myself, just trying to figure out what I can do to make their story a little bit different than mine.
Did this happen before or after you had kids?
After I had kids. Okay. Honestly, I went through a period where I just really was doing everything on the fly. Like, when I had my daughter, I did everything by the book. Like, I wanted parenting to be perfect. And that crashed on me so hard. Yeah. Because I exhausted myself.
This is the conversation I need to be having with you. Because I feel like I'm growing into, like, wanting to be a mom. But that scares me. It really does. Because I know all of me isn't healed. And I don't want to carry that on my children. But it's like, how do you come to that conclusion? Because that has to be a tough realization. Like,
yeah. Therapy, girl. Oh my Honestly, God. I had to be broke before I could fix myself, because until you broke, you really don't know that it's things you gotta fix. Yeah. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm doing everything about this is what the book say. At week 6, do this. At week 12, do that. And it was so exhausting that finally I just snapped. Like, oh my God, like, I'm so tired. I was depressed. It was just like, So I allowed myself to be a bad mom. Not necessarily like not doing what I was supposed to do, but just definitely focusing more on me and making sure that her needs was met. Right. And then out of that and doing therapy, then came what you see now.
Right. You being able to. Okay, good. Motivational speaker.
Just a little bit. That's actually something I wanted to do, girl.
Really?
Yeah.
Motivational? Yes.
I know my story is crazy, like, honestly.
You know, I don't really obviously dive too deep into my clients' personal lives and stuff, but I do appreciate when y'all be, letting me in on the little stuff, because it really do be like learning lessons for me. Like, I swear, half of the stuff you just sit here and said was stuff that I have contemplated really not having children for, because it's like, are you gonna even be sane enough to accept, like, you aren't as healed, and when you have children, you are, every day is a day that you are either actively pouring into them or taking away from them. And nobody is, like, just really putting out the blueprint to how to change how you were parented and, staying consistent in that and being an active parent. Like, that's not a science. Like, nobody is saying what it is.
I think, so, I told you my friend had a baby shower last week. And they were doing, like, all the moms gave her, like, a piece of advice. And somebody got up, and the only thing she said was, take breaks. She said, that's all I got to say, take breaks. And when I say I wish somebody would have told me that, I didn't let nobody watch my kid. I wouldn't let my family come get her. Like, it took a while for me to get to that point. And now I realize, like, I was really doing myself a disservice, because when do I have time to really, like, regroup, exactly, and put myself together? So honestly, like, I feel that lady. Like, if I had to give you any piece of advice as someone who wants to be a mom, girl, take breaks, do things for yourself, because the better you are, the better you can be for your kid.
That makes sense. Okay, so I know you went through a period of, were you a single mom, or were they still active?
Girl, I was married and a single mom.
Okay, so
my divorce.
Okay, so how does that, like, how does being in a situation like that, where you have somebody but you still feel like you're doing it alone, but you still have to put your kids first? How did you even? I know you say you put yourself as the bad mom first, and then it rebirthed everything else. But it's like, how did you? What's the word I'm trying to?
Like, get through it?
Yeah, like, how did you stay the course?
Honestly, I really put my whole focus in my kids. So, like, schedule. We had a strict schedule that we followed every day, which incorporated her nap times and everything, to the point where she was so scheduled. Like, if I didn't try to put her down to sleep, she wouldn't put herself down to sleep. Like, and that schedule really helped me because I could take those times to nap, shower, X, Y, and Z. And really, I just tried not to think about it. And when I felt like she was old enough, I went and found me a job, and that was my little piece of away. Like, I escaped. And most people like going to work is not an escape, but for me it was. Like, I was actually able to go and just talk to other adults, other mothers, met mom friends, like stuff that I wasn't doing when I was just in the house sitting with my kid. And I really just always focused on the bigger picture, which was I just want my kid to be okay. I want my kid to be okay.
Right.
I wouldn't say that influenced me to stay in a situation where I wasn't being helped, but it definitely made those times better until I was strong enough to step out on my own.
Got you. Okay. I really do. Like, I ain't gonna lie, that's one of the few areas that I am absolutely terrified to tackle. And I really wish somebody would have wrote a book teaching you how to be a mom.
Look, nobody, honestly, if somebody wrote a book, I would tell you don't even waste your damn money. It's no right or wrong way. Every kid is so different. Every journey of motherhood has so many different challenges. It's like, it's impossible. You just never know. Like, you really just never know.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, the type of person I am, I'm such a, like, over planner, over preparer. I would need to know what's going on. Like, I would need to know what to expect, how to deal with most situations. Now, granted, you know, it's not gonna be every situation is the same, but I'm gonna be looking for the answer to the baby crying, water baby crying, the diaper, something. Either one. Like,
I would say we got something good at our fingertips. Social media.
Yeah.
Literally, it's apps out here that I have so many different mom friends on. Like, these people that I probably, like, it's still some of them that still follow me on Instagram to this day. I still follow them on Instagram. Like, we would just share stuff that was going on. Like, our babies was born in the same month. I had, 2 other friends that had babies, like, we had 1 week after the other. All of us had babies. And, like, we became, like, a little community. And I feel like those are the people that I kind of like would cling to when it comes to like getting advice, because it's like they're going through the same thing I'm going through right now.
Right.
But not like listening to my grandma experience, because that was 40 years ago, girl.
Exactly.
Like, the times are different now. Everything's different. But I just think most importantly, you just gotta trust yourself and just know, like, whatever decision you make when it comes to your kid is the right decision for you at that time, whether or not other people believe it or think that it's right. Like, nobody can argue with that.
Right. Okay. Dropping gems.
Yeah. Been around the block a couple times.
Okay, so, you know, you still have some shortness here and here. So do you want me to, like, flip you a little bit, or do you want me to, like, bump you under instead?
Yeah, a bump is fine. Just, like, somebody.
Okay. I know exactly what to do.
I honestly think if you do decide to have children, you'll find that motherhood is a lot easier than what people make it seem like.
Yes. Because of how I am. I think if I was not as, like, I don't want to call it spot on, because I'm not always spot on, but, you know, those people that are usually prepared, that think ahead, I feel like for that reason, I'll be more than straight. If I wasn't like this, I think I would have a lot of trouble. Because I see how a lot of moms handle motherhood as some of the slightest issues, and I just be like, well, why didn't you think to pack that stuff before?
Like,
or,
okay.
Why didn't you think to do that before? But maybe that's because I'm also waiting. As I get older, I get more experience with, like, just sitting on the outside looking in, because I'm sure if I would have had a baby young, it would have been a different story. You know, I would have probably had to learn those same lessons. But
yeah, you learn as you go. I'll tell you, I'll never forget one day, girl. I had an appointment. I fed my baby, changed her, she was all content, packed up her little bag. We get to the appointment. I smell gas. She starts pooping.
Oh yeah, that's her.
Listen, girl. She blew out her clothes, her car seat. I used a whole pack of wipes to clean up the mess. I was in the bathroom having a whole meltdown. Then to make matters worse, the bathroom ain't have a changing table.
So where were you changing her at? On the floor?
So you have, I always carry like a changing mat.
Oh, okay.
So I put the mat on the floor.
Yeah.
Girl, I was in that bathroom freaking out. And at that time, I was kind of going through a little postpartum depression too. And I was just like, oh my God, like this is so much. I'm worried about if they calling my name out there, about if they call me, blah, blah. Girl, I had to call one of my mom friends and I was like, listen, you need to come here and come here now because I'm about to lose it. This girl pooped all of her pants, her clothes, her shirt. It was like literally up to the back of her neck.
What was she eating?
It was like, this was before she even started eating food. Like, it was just milk.
Oh, God.
So I was just like, oh my God. And it happens. And she was just like, all right, I'm not coming to save you. But you need to stop. You need to breathe. She said, you out of wipes? I said, I done used the whole pack of wipes and I'm still not done cleaning. She said, do they got tissue? Do they got paper towel? I'm like, yeah. She said, all right, get it. Got it. She like, do you really care about those clothes? Nah, throw them away. Like, she really just walked me through the whole thing. And that, I appreciated it so much. Because it was like, literally, I sent her a text and I was like, girl, I'm about to freaking lose it. And she was so scared. Like, what's going on? She thought something was going on, like, at home.
Right.
The whole time, I'm just in the bathroom with my kid and got this.
But see, yeah. She's stuck in the mud. Yeah, she literally was outside. She right behind us. She was like, I was already over here. I missed a curve or something and somehow ended up in the mud. Okay. But yeah, so she just threw my whole hair. Sorry. I can't even remember what we was just talking about.
I thought it was gonna come to me, but it didn't.
Jesus. Yeah, because now all in my head I'm hearing TGI Fridays. Now I feel like I need to be out there trying to check on her when I get done with you. And she's so small, like, I be seeing her behind her steering wheel. She drive a truck.
Little. What? It's just looking like so little in her truck. I feel like I'm gonna drive trucks when I get older.
Like the big trucks?
Oh yeah. I love big trucks, yeah.
Like them Caucasian men be driving them muscle trucks.
And I think they're so cool.
So wait, when is your first vacation or your first trip coming? Is it in August or before?
Before. We got a cruise. In May, I think. The end of May. We're going to Vegas next month.
Okay. Oh yeah, y'all gone.
And then in August we got 2 trips. I don't know. You know, I told you my birthday. She booked a trip, but I don't know where to.
Okay.
And then, but the first trip is the longest trip, so that's from like the 2nd to the 13th of August. And we're going to Paris and to Greece.
I love it. Yeah, I'm all interested. Go ahead and build your YouTube channel or travel on your
My first subscriber.
Literally. I be telling everybody, like, if you traveling, why you not vlogging?
Yeah, I mean,
because it's people like me. But before I started traveling myself, I would be on YouTube, TikTok, just really trying to figure out like where to go, what everything looks like, to the point where I was obsessed with it. Like, and now when I be going to these places, I'm like, oh my God, I used to dream of this. But somebody had to put it on the internet so I could see what it looked like.
Yeah, I got to. Okay, so if you had to go somewhere on a nonstop flight from Atlanta and you didn't want to be on a plane for more than 6 hours, where would you go? Somewhere warm.
Either a nonstop flight from Atlanta, either Mexico, Puerto Rico, or the Virgin Islands, or Aruba, Turks and Caicos. I think Aruba is like 4 hours.
Okay. So I was thinking Aruba or Mexico, because we just did Puerto Rico for New Year's.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'm gonna take her on a vacation for her birthday, and I'm like, okay, Mexico would be cool. Like that's something that. So I think you just confirmed it, Mexico or Aruba, and then whichever one we don't do, we'll do for New Year's, because that's kind of gonna be our thing going forward.
Right.
Because we had fun in Puerto Rico for New Year's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They will celebrate over there.
Not as heavy as
I was
like,
it's like territory.
Here, but yeah, they were celebrating. Like we went to a little popping party town, and honestly, the most fun we had in Puerto Rico was when we went to places where the locals were, like not places where it was heavy tourists. And then I have a friend who actually is from Puerto Rico, and she's moving back in May. So if we go back to Puerto Rico, I'm probably gonna go to the parts where she's from, because I know she'll be able to take us, you know, to some spots.
Why is she moving back? Is it the U.S.?
No, she just misses her family, and she just wanted her kids to, you know, have more of her culture. But all her family is there. She only has one brother that's here, but he's in the Air Force, so it's not like he is here all the time.
Right.
So I think it's pretty cool that they actually, her and her husband goes up there.
Yeah. They'll probably be done saved up so much money.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what that look like for her. Well, hopefully we'll go back soon. But that, like, when we went to San Juan. Oh, excuse me. We went to San Juan, but her family lives in Awadilla, so we'll probably go there next time. So it's about like an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours from the airport,
Right.
which I wouldn't mind.
Okay.
I just know I'm falling asleep on the last bed.
Oh, you finna go get your lashes done next?
Yes, I just know it.
Yeah, girl, you finna have that fresh press wrapped up too?
Yeah, I'm going straight to sleep.
Does she have blankets and stuff for y'all?
Yep.
Yeah, that's my favorite. They'll be in there snoring.
I'm about to. Oh, I can't wait. I'm so excited. Like, that's gonna be the highlight of my day. The nap I get after getting my lashes done. While I get my lashes done.
Right. Make sure you put that in your footage.
Yes. I need to start carrying me a thing with me, girl.
What?
A tripod, so I can just set up and let my phone do work. Cause they ain't like I could be on my phone while my lashes done.
Right.
Oh, you got some more of them? Okay,
oh no. It's just this one.
This one? Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna sit you under the dryer and then comb you down and put you another cap.
Okay.
Come on over. Okay, so now I got a little yappy in my day. I need to go do my towels and some other stuff. I'm kind of hungry as well.
Lash appointment around here too.
In the same building?
No, it's in this area though.
Oh, okay.
Yep, it's 8 minutes from here.
Period.
So I got time to go get me some food.
Okay. Now, do you really gonna be sleep now?
Yeah.
You talking in that language?
I timed it out. I'm like, if I put my hair appointment at 10, like I want to get my hair done first, and I'm getting steam, and I want to get steam on my lashes.
Right.
Done, so it was real strategic.
You did good. I love it. People be doing it backwards. They'll go get their makeup done, their lashes done, and then come to me. I'm like, no, I need to be first because they can move all this back. I can't blend this back out.
Are you gonna post your live so like when we go back and view it later?
So, YouTube kind of do that. I think I've been trying to figure it out because on my YouTube shorts or my YouTube studio, it says like latest published content and it's my lives up there. But when I go through my videos and my shorts, it's not up there. So I'm like, I hope it's not showing on my page like that. But still, if somebody like want to go through the live section and see, it's there just because it's like live. It's like, it's not a edited video, and obviously I don't look like my edited video, so I be like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm trying to tell myself also like a view is a view, even if they watch it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's so cringe, like
watching yourself on video is.
Especially when nobody's in here yet, because well, people been in and out today a lot more than the last 2 days I've been doing it, so I'm gonna keep the momentum going, but. It's like they get in, they jump out. So you basically talking to yourself. That's why I was like, okay, I'll try to go live while I'm at work so people can at least see what's going on. They'll hear me and my clients talking, see if they want to chime in, anything like that, because it's cringy watching the camera and nobody is in here. Like, it's just like, but I have to stay on live. Yeah. I have to stay on live to build the momentum, keep the algorithm on. The girl's like, even if it's for 10 minutes, just give it 10 minutes. If nobody joins, get off. So the days where I'm not really doing nothing and I'm on live, I'll join for like 10 minutes. If somebody joins, perfect. If not, I'm off. But when I'm doing here, I try to at least do like a service, so it'll be enough time for somebody to go back and watch.
You got it, girl.
Well, thank you.
You too. Me, I'm so hard-headed. I can't. It's hard to stay focused.
Okay.
Different stuff I'm doing right now. I'm like, ugh.
I get it. I do. I swear. I'm on black.
My trainer gonna ask me, was I coming to the gym tomorrow? I said, oh, nah, you ain't gonna see me tomorrow. Come get my hair pressed today. He just like, oh, I can't have that silk press. I said, oh, no, not tomorrow. Not the day after.
Okay.
I said, that's so disrespectful.
Very.
I said, you can have it on Monday.
Right.
It's not tomorrow, though.
This gotta lead us into the weekend.
Okay? Yeah, because my daughter don't play about her birthday, okay? I gotta bring it. Yeah. Like, she's very judgmental.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
She's like, are you gonna wear that?
No, are you gonna wear it?
That's what you're wearing? And she'll do like this. That's what you're wearing? And I'll be like, yeah. That's like she's talking just like that. That's what you're wearing?
I'm done. Y'all
are you gonna wear your hair like that? If she's so nice with it, she come and touch you, rub your arm like, you gonna wear your hair like that?
Where'd she get that from? Did she get that from you?
No!
Who did she get that from? Because that is just too funny.
It's just a her thing. She don't play. And she gonna bring it. Her outfit's gonna serve every time.
Okay. Where'd she get this fashion sense from? You?
No.
Her dad?
I'm not into fashion.
Really? So where'd she get this fashion sense from?
LOLs. Because you know, the LOL outfits, them dogs dressed better than most humans I see.
Okay. Them in the oops, sorry. Those in the what are the American Dolls or something?
Girl, I'm gonna say something. She loves a good outfit. Okay, she like, I need to match. My shoes don't match. I need my outfit to match.
Crying. Here you go.
Part of me don't even want to wrap it up. I just want to let it be.
No, we can wrap because remember those and that side over here actually do look like it's growing back in, so we're gonna keep it there. But because it's not as full as this side, it's gonna kind of appear like it's a little more value-wise than the rest of your hair. But once you lay it down, I'm pretty sure it'll even out for you. You know that fresh press be having a little too much value.
Well, my curls was cute when I went home and unwrapped them.
Yeah,
I thought I was like damn, like
I love it.
blinking.
There you go.